Hi, Rudy here from South African Survival, and this is going to be video 1 in my series that I would just have no other reason as to why not. I've been doing survival for many years here in South Africa, and we have such a fantastic country to do it in. Looking around on YouTube and the like, there are so many wonderful channels dealing with the subject, but of course they're all foreign to us, and I thought it would be a lot of fun, great challenge, and a interesting little project to have my own channel dealing with South African survival, South African challenges, South African techniques, gear, and all the sorts. So this is going to be video 1, an introductory video, and I'm taking a beautiful walk here. But South Africa is quite a popular tourist destination. People come here for our weather, the beaches, and of course safaris, going around in the game vehicle and looking at all the buffaloes, the elephants, the rhinos, the impala, the gemsbok, you name it, we've got it. And with so many tourists coming along, people are bound to get themselves in trouble. Even South Africans always are getting themselves into trouble. They're not prepared, they don't know the skills, they think everything's just always a walk in the park and a holiday. And be prepared. Scout's motto, be prepared. So during this video series I'm going to be looking at specific challenges to surviving in South Africa, as well as some gear reviews and whatnot. We got a bit of a challenge here in the sense that many of our gears, much of our gear is imported, and as a result of that, the cost is astronomical. What many places would consider to be a cheap product, by the time it reaches our shore, it's expensive. So we've got to make do with what we can. And we have a different spin on gear. We look at things completely different here in South Africa. What makes South Africa so interesting from a survival perspective is the extremes. It is a country of extremes. We have such extreme weather, such extreme terrain. One of the reasons why South Africa has such amazing, I'm just going to give this a switch, challenges, is because of our unique situation of having 2 oceans. Not many countries can say that they have 2 oceans. Well, we do. On the west, we have the cold, and where I am in the east, we have the hot Indian Ocean. Because of the two oceans, weather is, sorry about that, son, weather is just so varied. Inland is high ground, so just to put you into some perspective, here in the east coast, it's a tropical region, and as you can see, this is east coast terrain. Let's give you a little pan around. It's thick, it's secondary forest. The trees here get pretty big. Tropical storm comes along, and down they go, and so the secondary jungle takes over, and so it's this constant thick challenge. Now, whenever you come to the east coast, you're going to have this secondary jungle challenge for survival. A little bit further to, if I go south from where I am here in Natal, we're going to get to the garden route, and we're going to come across primary forest. Different set of challenges. A little bit inland from here, we have the Drakensberg Mountains, the highest mountain range in South Africa, called the Barrier of Spears. What a fantastic name. And that is mountaineering, that is extreme stuff, challenging. The terrain and the environment there is so dangerous, more lightning strike fatalities than anywhere else. And we've got the Karoo towards the middle, Northern Cape, hot, dry deserts. It has its own set of challenges. Boiling hot in the summer, dry and freezing in the winter. Here in Natal, as you can see, because it's a tropical, ooh, that was quite horrible, sorry about the sun. Here in Natal, our winters are a cakewalk. What we would consider cold is anything below 20 degrees Celsius. Now, people laugh at us, but I tell you what, when the thermometer hits 20, us folk from Natal, we put on the beanies and the down jackets, and we are freezing. On the other hand, beg your pardon, swallowed a fly. On the other hand, our summer's average temperature 45 degrees Celsius, 70-80% humidity. That's not a problem. So, wherever you go, if you're going to go to the winelands, if you're going to go for safari in the veld, come to the coast, Durban's got some fantastic beaches, surfing, it's amazing. People come here and they go to some remote places and they get themselves into trouble. So through this series of videos, I'm hoping to just share some of the challenges that outdoorsmen in South Africa face, as purely, informative for the rest of the world. Share some tips on surviving here and a South African perspective of survival gear. Because the environment is so incredibly varied, one of the most fun and challenging part of the outdoorsman of South Africa is choosing your gear. Just checking it for snakes. Here in the forest where I am now, there's always the high risk of the vine snake or the green mamba. Keep your eyes peeled. Where was I? Oh. I'm not used to walking with the camera through this type of terrain. As I was saying, one of the great challenges is the terrain changes. This particular reserve where I'm at now, thick forest for half of it, and the other half, the forest takes about 30 kilometers of forest, then about 40 kilometers of grassland. Now, because the environment changes so quickly, so rapidly, choosing your gear is so important. If I'm coming to the forest, just for a sheer example, I want to take a parang to get through all this thick bush. But is the parang the best tool for grassland? The mountains are another story. What do you take to a mountain? Well, bearing in mind that you're in the mountain, you're also going to come across some thick forest at the bottom of the mountain. So it's a whole lot of fun. It's very challenging. It's very interesting. And I hope that you enjoy this series of videos. I'm just doing it for the sheer fun of it myself, because I love survival, I love being in the outdoors, and I'm hoping to inform you of just how we here in South Africa get along. And who knows, if you ever come here for a safari, highly recommend it, by the way, you will be equipped with some basic local knowledge to help you survive a potentially dangerous situation. So thank you so much. This is Rudy from South African Survivor, signing out. Cheers.